Hey guys, so I want to share this game with you. This is called Snake and Math. This is a game that I had wanted to create while I was in school earning my bachelor's. Um, I worked on it for quite a while, quite a long time. But it's finally, I mean, for the most part, it's complete. And I wanted to share it with you guys. So it's basically a math game for kids, and it incorporates the elements of the old Snake game that most of you might be familiar with from the old Nokia phones way back in the day. Um, without further ado, let's get into it. Let me show you what I've made here. So here's the title screen um, that I edited in Photoshop. All right, and it's just a simple button. Press play, and you're going to be given the a few, your options to do addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So we'll just, and I color coded each one of them, add some flair. So we'll start with addition. Okay, you're going to have a countdown. It'll tell you to go, and then so here it is. So this is the snake head that I'm controlling right now with the arrow keys on my keyboard. Let me pause it here. So I have the high score for the addition set, 2. You can restart the level. You can quit. If you quit, it goes back to the main menu. You go back in. Pause it again. So the high score is going to be different for each math, each one that you choose. So it'll keep its own high score. That way, when the player is playing, he knows how high of a score he's gotten on addition, which may be different than his high score on subtraction, and so forth. All right. So up here in the UI, you have the heart health system. You got your 5 hearts. Then you have the math equation. You have your score. Okay. And the objective is it's like Snake. You got to keep moving around the board, and every time. Here we go. We'll restart here. Oh, I guess I could have pushed pause. So every time you answer the question correctly, you will increase your score. So 0 plus 2, 12. We're gonna answer quite a few here because I'm gonna pause it here so I can explain without being distracted. So I've set up the code to where it will get harder and harder based on your score. So I believe that I have the speed of the snake set at a certain value between score 0 to 5. And then when you get to 5, it'll increase in speed. And then I think when you get to 10, it'll increase in speed again. And I think I do this and I keep increasing the speed until about 20. At 20 points, you're going pretty fast. So I want you to be able to pay attention to that. So we're going to hit the pause button so we can resume. But every time you collect one, a body part grows. And it will eventually get faster. You will see here. It's a little bit faster. Okay, and you just you keep going. And the objective is to get as high of a score as you can, based on how quickly you can answer the questions, as well as just like in the old Snake, you cannot hit your body. So now at 10, you'll see it's going a little bit faster, and it'll just keep getting faster and faster, and it's punishing the player essentially for doing a good job because the more you do good and answer the questions correctly, the higher the score goes, but the faster the snake goes. So it actually increases in difficulty, even though it's just a kid's game. It still allows young kids to be able to enjoy a challenge and not just, it's not just answering simple math questions. It's also avoiding yourself. So every time I answer a question incorrectly, the snake keeps going, but the hearts will go down. And if you run into yourself, you'll see here. So it will restart you from the center of the screen in the direction you were going when you hit yourself. So, oh, and you also can't hit the sides. So there we go. So I hit the sides. I ran out of hearts. The game's over. My high score for addition is 10. So we're going to quit. Go back in. We're going to do some subtraction here. And you'll see the UI will stay the same except for the operand. The operator will change according to whatever math you're doing. So 6 minus 2. Here we go. Is 4. 6. All right. So again, it's easy subtraction meant for young kids. My score is 3. I'm going to, oh, and if you pause the game, all right, it will show you your high score for the level that you're on. Okay, so my high score right now is 4 for subtraction. As you saw previously, the high score for my addition was 10. So we're going to keep going here. I got a score of 3 right now. So we're going to match the high score and beat it. Now we're at a score of 5. So my high score is 5. Now I can quit, go back in, and restart the subtraction level. My score will be 0. But oh, he's moving pretty fast too. Oh, I have to reset the score. So anyway, you can see here the high score is still 5 in the subtraction. Okay, so quit. We're going to go to multiplication just to show you quickly the multiplication. Okay, now what you're noticing here is the head. I think he's moving normal now. Anyway, so there's the multiplication. It's easy multiplication. So we'll do 30. We got 3, 30. Oh, sometimes you're lucky and it just runs right over the correct answer, and sometimes you're unfortunate and it may just, after you answer a question, it may run you right over the wrong answer. See, like that right there. I didn't have time to react. So it teaches kids, it increases their ability to do math by having to do speed math. It'll improve. I mean, I'm not an expert, but I'm sure it improves a lot of mental skills regarding math, like critical thinking, problem solving, things like that. All right, so here we go. Here's another answer, 80. Now the body won't collect your answer. So if you just saw there, the body actually went over the 90. So the body will not collect your answer. It has to be the head. All right. So that's what score is 8. So my high score is 8. And then we'll go into the division. Division was the hardest to code. But I still got it. But anyway, I made it to where, so 8 divided by 2 here is 4, 10. So basically, I had to use the modulus. And basically what I was saying is, if the first problem here in the question divided by the second problem in the question, modulus 2, okay, meaning is the division and the remainder is the remainder of the two divisions divided by 2. If it's 0, then that means that it's divisible by a whole number. Okay, I can explain it further, if you need me to. But if you're watching this video, you probably know what I mean. So anyway, so that's what I did for the division to make it as easy as possible for kids. So every number will divide evenly into it, the solution. So 6 divided by 6 is 1. So every question you see is going to have an even number as an answer. It's not always going to be 1. These are randomly generated. We're just getting unlucky here with, let's see, 10 divided by 2. That's not 1. But you can see I'm moving much faster now. And, if you keep going, you are going to start running into the problem of having to not only answer the question, but avoid hitting yourself, hitting the wrong answer, or hitting the wall. So it can be pretty fun, I think, for kids. So this is a game that I wanted to share with you guys. I know this was a long video. I thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys, and thank you again.